Hello, beautiful people. It's Cinderella. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're back again with another video, and this is from the Whatever podcast. We're gonna be checking this together. Let's check it out.
Stifler ask everyone to rate their looks on the scale of 1 to 10. Can't pick 7.
Okay, hang on. Let me clarify the question. Let me clarify it.
Well, I think we should let them answer
right,
this
fine.
one, and then you ask your follow-up.
Right.
And yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Bro, I don't want to answer.
You have. Okay, hold on. You got to answer this one.
It's so like subjective. Like I don't want to answer.
Yeah. What do you subjectively think if you had to rate your physical looks? What would it be?
Can't say 7. I already know.
8. Oh.
Okay. What about you?
I'll say 8.
I'll say 8.5.
8.
Yeah, 8.
Actually, everyone's saying 8.
So what do you?
I'll go 8.
Well, hold on. No. Hold on.
Don't follow the trend.
You can't just because everybody else is saying like it's. I mean, maybe you do. That's what you think. I mean, sure, but you prefaced 8 by everybody else is picking 8, so I'm going to pick 8. Was that going to be your original answer?
No.
What was your original answer?
I'm a little jet lagged. I'm a little not looking my best
so
today.
you were going to say 10.
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, what were you going to say?
Like 6.
But now you're an 8 because you're jet lagged?
No.
You're too far from. You guys scoot into the table a little bit.
No, I was gonna say 6, and then everyone was saying 8, so I said 8.
Okay, I'll be a 6 too. I'll be a 6
right.
with you.
Okay, what about
Girl,
you?
I
solidarity.
can't say 7.
Nope.
6.
Wait, why can't we say 7?
Okay, Andrew. What about you?
4.
I give myself a 5. Now, Andrew, if you want to ask your follow-up question.
Let me ask the question again. Yes, I understand it's subjective. If you look around, you have to admit that the woman next to you looks nothing like you, right? Mm-hmm. And the woman next to her looks nothing like her. Mm-hmm. But somehow you're all in the same category, looks-wise. Does that sound rational to you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the prettiest girl in the room? No. Let her answer. Who's the prettiest girl here?
To me, that I think is prettier.
Mm-hmm. Who's the prettiest girl in the room?
I love everybody, but I think she's prettier.
Okay, who's the prettiest girl in the room?
Her.
Okay, she's the prettiest.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, what about you? Who's the prettiest girl in the room? Madison?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the prettiest girl in the room?
I don't know her name, but the
Morgan.
It's really weird that suddenly you have standards which you can subjectively apply and pick out who the most bestest looking girl is in the room. Somehow when it comes to yourself, you always land on about the same number, which is I'm perfect, right? 8, that's like, let's say there's no 9s or 10s, right? They're real rare. Like if you see one, they block out the sun. That's how intensely gorgeous they are. Mm-hmm. Would you change your answer based on this?
I said 8, not for like face, but for body. Like I think I have a nice body, so that like raises my looks, I guess.
So, okay, give us your face rating and your body rating.
Face probably like a 6, and then body 8, or yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So still an 8.
Yeah. But like that's what I was thinking about.
Think of a famous person for me who's a 9 and tell me her name.
Who's a 9?
Mm-hmm. Nah, no help. Don't cheat.
Sorry. Well, now that you put me on the spot, I'm trying to like think of a person. I'm like blank now.
Can't think of one? One female who's a 9? Not one?
Not one female who's a 9.
No, there's definitely 9s. I'm
Okay,
just like
what-
I'm trying
just
to
give me
think
one.
of someone that's like well known. That's a 9. Or like you're saying a 9 based off of my own standard or the society
Your
standard?
standard. That one that makes you an 8.
I can't think of a person.
Okay, name 4 actresses.
Kristen Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's really pretty.
4 pop singers.
Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Olivia Rodrigo,
Okay.
and who's a 4th?
4th one, just make it any singer who's a female.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
So you're more attractive than Katy Perry?
I don't really remember what she looks like. But yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't get why lots of the time many women always say they are 8, 9, and 10, or they always grade themselves to be 10. I get it that women want to appreciate themselves and say, oh, they are beautiful amongst all, and all the things that they add to quantify them being beauty or being beautiful. But again, picture it this way: the ones that are nines, they don't even say they are nines, but the ones that are not that good looking always grade themselves to be nines, tens, even if you can even scale it up to 10.5. Why is that? Like, listen, I don't think there is anything wrong being a 2, or anything wrong being a 3, or anything wrong being a 4, or whatever. You know your standard, and you know where you stay or where you are. But the fact that people just want to grade to be the highest level of the scale on the scale is what is not making sense. Listen, even the most prettiest girl is, in some people's eye, she may not be as good looking or as pretty as some other person, and it's okay, it's totally okay. But I don't get all of this social gratification where people just feel the need to see themselves as beauty or the most beautiful, or grade themselves to be tens. Can we just, like, be realistic here? Because the society places unrealistic expectations and look attractiveness for both men and women, by the way. And women are the ones that are always falling for that scam, to think that, oh, they always want to or always think themselves to be 10 to meet societal expectation in terms of beauty looks. It's not helping. But let me know what you think.
Okay. You can't think of a single actress who's a 9, though? Or singer? What about singer? Can you think of a single singer who's a 9? You're just one step below?
Okay, well, I think Olivia Rodrigo is a 9. I think she's really pretty.
So you're just one step below her?
Sure.
Is that what you actually think?
Well, yeah, based off the rating that we gave.
Yeah, not based off the rating. You can revise the rating you gave
But
if you think
yeah.
she's a 9.
Yeah, I'll say I'm an 8.
You're an 8. Okay.
But like, yeah.
Okay, same to you. 3 9s who you can think of who are women.
Megan Fox, Julia Roberts, and the
If Megan Fox is a 9, how the fuck are you an 8?
no, she's a 10 to me. She's a 12,000.
She's an infinity.
Even if she's a 10, how could that make you an 8?
Well, if I'm comparing myself, if we're going to that scale, then it was next to Megan Fox, I'd put myself at like a 3 or 4. Realistically, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, then back up. You gotta help me out here.
Okay.
If thing over here 10, you 8. But if you compare yourself to thing 10, you 4. How can you be an 8?
Wait, what?
She's a 10.
Yes.
You're an 8.
Not next to her.
Yeah, next to her you're a 4.
Yeah.
But she's a 10.
Yeah.
You realize there's only 10 numbers on this scale.
Yes. I'm not the ugliest girl in the world, but
I'm
the
not
prettiest.
saying you are, right? Not saying that you're the ugliest girl in the world, prettiest girl in the world. Not saying anything.
Okay.
There's 10 numbers on the scale. How can you put yourself up next to a number which is higher than you and then say, when I'm up next to the number higher than me, it lowers my number? That makes no sense.
I mean, I guess you're right. It really doesn't. But since you're asking the question, like realistically, now that I think about it, like there is, Megan Fox, like she is a standard, like she is a beauty standard, So obviously, I don't fit in that beauty standard. I would not categorize myself as an 8 in that beauty standard with Megan Fox.
So then what would you categorize yourself as?
Like a 4 or a 5.
A 4 or a 5. What about you compared to Megan Fox?
Like a 3.
Like a 3. You realize there's...
But that's like in the context of comparing me versus her, not just like the general question.
It's all women between 1 to 10. So if you categorize yourself as an 8, it's a comparison to all women on planet Earth.
But originally, the question wasn't comparing us to other women. It was just initially, can't pick 7.
How can you rate your looks unless you're comparing them to other women's looks?
Well, but I wasn't when I said the answer. But now we
Then
are.
what were you using as your metric?
Just whatever came to my mind. Like, as to how I feel today. Like, tomorrow, if you ask me, I could feel like a 3 tomorrow, If I don't have makeup done or a cute outfit, maybe I'm a 3 tomorrow.
What the fuck does it have to do with how you feel?
that's how I feel today. I feel like an 8 today.
Okay. So it clearly was miscommunicated. So I'm going to ask again. Based on physical looks only, in comparison to all of the women who exist in the world, the scale is 1 to 10 for all of them. Mm-hmm. Where do you fit?
3.
3. Do you revise or no? You don't look like you're going to. You look like you're going to stubborn it out. But you can change your answer if you want to.
I mean, maybe a 6.
4.
Now you're a 4.
Yes.
So what changed when we're asking you on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself looks wise? What did you think that meant?
I just meant like, you know, like you're just like, you know, you're cute, you're pretty.
Yeah, like how do you feel right now? That's how I put it. Because like if I came on here with no makeup and like hair and just outfit not cute, like I would rank myself lower. But just like how I feel today, I feel like an 8 today.
So,
but I wasn't thinking about other women when I was saying.
But do you
my
think
answer.
that your physical beauty is based around how you feel?
Yeah.
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 Let's say you feel bad about it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's say you dial yourself up and you look even better than you do right now, but you just don't feel good that day.
Mm-hmm.
How would that actually diminish your physical beauty?
In reality, no, I'd be the same person.
Then
but
why
it
wouldn't
would
why-
change my perspective.
Sure, but in reality it wouldn't, right? So why wouldn't you just base the answer on what in reality is true?
Because it's all about perspective.
It's all about
My
perspective.
perspective now was.
And your
you know,
perspective when it
these
was Megan
factors
Fox.
was changed.
Yeah.
Like the factors in the question changed because you didn't.
Nope, the
start-
factors never changed.
They did change because you brought in Megan Fox as like the beauty standard to what we were comparing ourselves to.
What were you
so
comparing
that changes our
So then
mind.
what were you comparing yourself to?
The way I feel now. Like,
Well, then that's not comparing yourself to me. That's just you saying how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
What's the comparison to?
no, I'm saying you made the comparison because then we started talking about Megan Fox and like how do I compare to her?
Yeah, how can you
So like
come-
because I think she's really pretty, like if I was someone that thought Megan Fox was ugly, I'd be like I'm still an 8. But because I think she's gorgeous, of course I'm gonna be like I'm not as pretty as her, right? So it changed my answer because it's in comparison to Megan Fox now, not just how I feel right now.
So in compared to women that you consider to be really, really pretty, you don't consider yourself to be really, really pretty.
No, not as pretty as them.
Then why would you rate yourself an 8?
Because that wasn't factored into the question.
Just how
it was
you-
just how I feel
it's
like
just how you feel.
Looks are about how we feel.
Oh.
Like I was saying.
You don't
again,
think there's any objective standard for looks?
just like the way society views like looks or
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Like there's always a standard for like who's prettier than this person.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't factored necessarily into the initial question.
Yeah, I think.
And then
I think
and then
is.
it was
What
later.
other standard could you use
My personal feeling on
on how
I
you
right now.
feel? You don't think that's a little delusional?
Okay, let's say
How
this.
is that delusional? It was
Let's
just how
say-
I feel right now.
Let's say you're going out, right, on a like just on a date, like a night to eat, dinner. You get dressed. You feel when you dress nice. Like, do you feel nice?
Sure.
So when you're not dressed nice, do you feel nice?
Let's say I don't.
Okay, so what would you rate yourself on a day that you're dressed super nice, you're ready to go out to dinner, ready to go take some family photos? What would you rate yourself then?
4.
And then so you would rate yourself the same when obviously you're not looking your best. And who do
well,
you
but
compare
you could
yourself
just be
to?
saying that to like not agree though.
And who do you compare
No,
yourself to?
I'm saying that because I think that there's an objective beauty standard which exists.
right.
Exactly.
Of course.
And the reason I think there's an objective beauty standard which exists is because I have a historical standard to compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like it exists for sure. That
Of
we all.
course.
So I agree that there's some subjectivity there. Some people like blue eyes. They like this. They like that. Doesn't seem like men are competing really hard for 600-pound burn victims, though, right?
No.
No.
Right.
So there's something that we're kind of leaning towards as being pretty, beautiful, things like this. And I've seen you women. You're vicious when you're competing with each other. Vicious in competition. Judge each other like nobody's business. Okay, you look at me like you're skeptical. So let me ask you this question, and honestly answer. When you go into a room and you sit down with a bunch of women, do you judge them in your mind? How
Yes.
pretty they? Yeah.
Yes,
What are
I
you
do.
judging them against?
Not judging them against anything, but just kind of just judging them because I'm just a girl and like I'm always have an opinion about someone on
Yeah.
something.
You're gonna have an opinion about how they look, right?
Yeah.
Right, which is a personal opinion.
So what are you comparing it to, though?
The standard of beauty in their head.
Yeah,
I'm not
the
comparing
standard
it to
of beauty in their
anything.
head, which
Want
they're
to
relaying to society, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just. the
Can we
world
pull
we
up
live
that photo of young Andrew?
Let's pull it up.
Look at
Wow.
That is not a 4.
That's not a 4, bro.
That's not a 4.
I was 19. I'm 40.
You 8, bro.
But I don't. Personally, I still don't think you're a 4.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion.
I'm
Like,
personally into white boys, but like in high school,
You're not into white boys?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
So, like, that's your type?
No. So
Yeah.
like there, he doesn't look white boy.
He doesn't look like a white boy?
I think he looks
Wait,
white
what?
boy.
No.
What does he look like?
You just look like Latino.
What?
What?
Yeah, Latino.
Like a blue-eyed Latino?
Bro, your eyes do not look blue in that photo.
I'll pull the photo up. They don't, huh?
They look
dark.
brown in that photo.
Yeah, they're dark.
Yeah.
Andrew, did you used
Latinos
to...
Obviously,
blue
they're
eyes.
not dark,
Yeah.
but it's the lighting.
No.
Andrew,
Yeah.
were you affiliated with any Mexican drug gangs or anything?
Yeah, my last name is Wilson. That's a really Hispanic last name, as you know.
Wilson.
You see, this is where the problem lies, because if every woman is a 10, then who is the most prettiest or most beautiful girl in the world? Exactly. Because every woman wants, or every young girl want to rate themselves a 10 or 9 and whatnot. But what people fail to realize is it is okay to be a 4, okay to be a 2, even if it's a 3. It is okay, and there is nothing wrong with it. It's just because people have so much unrealistic or want to be so deluded that they think being a 4 or being a 3 is wrong, or something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you if you grade yourself a 3 or grade yourself a 4, and that is normal, because I don't think every girl is beautiful. But again, every girl is beautiful in their own different way, depending on who is grading them and who is looking at them. But it's not based on your feeling, or because you feel today you feel so great, that means you're a 10 or you're 11 or whatever. Your look can still be the exact same. But again, is the fact that we prioritize delusion over reality or being realistic is not helping the society. People should be okay to realize that it is okay, or people should realize that it is okay to be a 2 or okay to be a 3, without thinking that you have to be a 10 to satisfy the societal look or social gratification of how you're supposed to look. It doesn't work like that. But let me know what you think. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. What do you think about women grading their looks and how they place themselves on on the scale? Or I would really love your thoughts in the comments below. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.